today on 15 on 15.
We have an update on the application and renewal process for proper food handler certification. Plus, we have an answer as to why you may not be losing weight on your diet. And TEDx Aruba has inspiring sessions leading up to September. The first one is scheduled for Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Every food handler in the hospitality sector on the island must have proper documentations in order to serve customers. Employers must control this. If caught by public health inspectors, fines will be issued. Being certified as a food handler is an annual process, meaning the green card or certificate the worker has may be expired, and if caught, the employer as well as employee will face consequences.
Yes, there can be a sanction for a person working without a health certificate, but right now we will take extra notice because we can only process 60 persons per day, and that can, if a person comes in advance to renew his or her health certificate, right now it can take a little bit longer than the 2 weeks, the 10 days. And we will take a notice when the health certificate has expired and when the person has come here for the renewal and when its appointment. So right now, because of this situation, we are taking extra precaution before we give a sanction to the person.
A total of 10 employees from one business can be certified a day. Therefore, restaurant managers should be aware of who needs to renew their documents at what given time.
For business, we have a method that if you have 20, 30, or 40 persons, every day we can process only 10. And we have done it with large businesses, and it went good.
Ronald explains the status of the application process for food handlers at the Department of Public Health.
No, right now, if a person comes, he will get the number, and the number will show him or her the date that he or she has to come for the process to start. Right now, we are giving appointment in advance for almost 4 weeks. So if you come right now with an expired health certificate, and if there will be a control, that person can get a fine. But if a person comes in 2 weeks or 3 weeks in advance, we will take a little bit of precaution with that.
In other news, the widespread volunteer project Feria Social is coming to its end. There will be a final showcase to wrap things up and to inspire more youth to participate in the coming years. Here are more details.
TJ Faro, who is the project coordinator of Feria Social, tells us more about the big finale event.
Well, on July 4th, we're going to hold the season finale of Feria Social. And it's going to be an event filled with presentations of all the organization, with how the project went during these four months, and also the experience of all the students, all the youngsters participating. And yeah, there's going to be entertainment, there's going to be singing, dancing, all those things, but the idea of the event is that it's completely surrounded by youngsters only, so organized by youngsters for youngsters.
During the past 3 months, the organization has recruited over 100 students to participate at charity events all around the island. At the final event on July 4th, they hope to thank all of the volunteers for their hard work and dedication.
Well, the objective is to close this season of Feria Social, but also to start preparing and start targeting the new group for the next year. So the ones that weren't included this year know about it and that they're more interested in participating for the next year.
Feria Social strives to make volunteer work more appealing to the youth and hope they can continue to contribute to the community once the project is over.
Well, it's to promote the volunteer work between youngsters because it's not that big here on the island yet, but Feria Social is just a step to start making it bigger eventually.
So there you have it. This event will be open to the general public on July 4th from 5 to 9 p.m. at Plaza Yentl Lieuw. For more information on Feria Social, you can visit their website, www.feriasocial.org. We will be right back. Stay with us. After the break, should you be concerned with how dirty your barbecue grill is? Welcome back from the break. You are watching 15 on 15. Let's say you are sticking to your diet perfectly, but for one reason or another, you just aren't dropping the pounds. We reveal what possibly could be going wrong. International experts are saying women are constantly asking why they aren't losing weight when they're dieting. The answer is different for everyone, but chances are it comes down to a few reasons. Sorry to break it to you, but you might not be sticking to your diet as well as you think you are. Keep a food journal to track what and how many calories you are taking in at each meal and snack. It can be really eye-opening. Portion sizes are often larger than you think, and without journaling, you may simply forget to count calories from alcoholic beverages, condiments, or that handful of popcorn you grabbed when walking past the kitchen. Log in your eats immediately so you don't forget to track them. So go grab yourself a food journal. Aruba is an island with a high teen pregnancy rate. So now here is an idea from Australia that perhaps Familia Plania or the Ministry of Social Affairs on the island can implement. There are condom vending machines in public libraries from down under. According to the Herald Sun, a condom vending machine has been installed in one of Australia's public libraries. The machine is part of an effort to improve people's access to condoms. The machine was put in the library as a result of a recent major increase in sexually transmitted diseases and pregnancies in the area of which the library is located in. The organization believes the vending machine will have a big impact on those numbers, and if at the end of 12 months the machine was contributing to lower numbers, more vending machines will be installed around that country. The library contraption is nothing more than common sense. Experts say young men prefer to access low-cost condoms from semi-private places such as local parks, school toilets, and shopping malls. They can now add a library to that list. Moving forward, summer vacation is here. This means more gatherings and barbecues. So here's a good question for you. How dirty is your grill? Barbecues, one of life's many pleasures. Grilling is one of the easiest and healthiest ways to cook. It adds a ton of flavor to foods, but not much in the way of fat and calories. But it does seem kind of gross to throw food on top of old metal that just sits around all the time. While there is some good news, it is not actually as bad for you as you might assume. The heat involved in grilling should rapidly destroy any microbes that grow on it between uses, meaning essentially sterilizing it before any food comes into contact with the surface. With that said, you should still clean your grill once in a while. Here is a good tip. When cleaning, turn the grill on before you start, because if the gunk is really caked on, then high temperatures help to loosen up the buildup. Let's take a really quick break for now. Here is a word from one of our sponsors. When we return, it is all about startups. Learn more about it and why Aruba will benefit from it coming up. TEDx Aruba takes place in September, but there are multiple inspiring sessions leading up to September 23rd, 2015. The first one is being held this Wednesday, and it is all about how startups can benefit the economic standings of this island. Paolo and John will be hosting the inspiring session on Wednesday. Their expertise is with startups.
The first thing is, what are startups? There's a lot of fuzz about it. There are different ways of talking about startups. The way we define it is that startups help creating a better world because they are challenging existing markets. They try, as a small company, to grow really fast into a company that has an impact within a market. Airbnb is a really big example, I think. They changed the market for staying when you are traveling.
Aruba is capable of joining the startup movement in order to build another economic pillar for the island.
Startups all over the world are the thing that are motivating people, the economies, that are pushing the economies, and we think Aruba's location and the direction we want to go into is key to Aruba's next economic pillar. If we want to put ourselves out there and be the hub between Europe, America, and South America, we have to start thinking about doing startups, technology companies, not only green companies.
Wednesday's session will inform various attendees on aspects regarding startups, what works, what doesn't, and how people on the island with great ideas should go about executing a plan for a startup.
First of all, we're going to explain, of course, what startups are, but also their significance, why they are important, their disruptive power, and that, well, basically anybody can start a company with a good idea and also with a good climate behind it. That's what we wanted to provide, of course. And we're going to not only tell them how important it is, but also inspire them with stories and examples and show them the way.
Other topics will be discussed as well.
On the other hand, we want to talk about disruption. So why is this happening? Why are companies small companies able to change a market so quickly? So we're going to talk about the components that are really important when you want to start a company. And thirdly, we're going to talk about sustainable startups. So we're going to give really, I think, inspiring examples for what you can do with this.
Tickets for the Wednesday Inspiring session are 50 florins each. There is a special rate for students at 15 florins per person. Register online at www.tedxaruba.com. On the next edition of the show, we will get into why Aruba needs a platform such as TEDx. The men will be put on the hot seat explaining why it is more effective to invest in TEDx rather than building another windmill, let's say, or investing in something that will actually bring concrete results. So be sure to join us. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time on ATV Channel 15.